Hi guys and gals. Hope everyone is having a nice day today. We're close to the weekend, so that's always a good thing. So tonight we have a little memorabilia to open up first, and then we'll move into a case of Classics football. So first will be the jersey, then the half case of mini helmets, and then the full inner case of 18 Classics football. But you know what? We have a little info to go over before we start ripping into things. Couple of things to note there. The first one is that my feedback is automated on eBay. So that means you never ever have to wait on me. As soon as you leave positive feedback for me, you should kind of instantly get it in return. So no waiting. That's the upside. And secondly is a note to say thank you to everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you who stops by to watch the broadcast. You bid, you break with me, you chat with me, and whatever way I should say you participate, I appreciate it and say thank you. We are next going to take a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. This is the stuff that's already listed on eBay that we'll be breaking over the course of the next 5 days. So tomorrow night we've got an autographed jersey, a full case of Tier 1 baseball, and another full case of Essentials basketball. On Saturday, a full-size autograph helmet, a half case of 2011 Prime Signatures, and a Gold Rush Series 2 mini helmet. And also Saturday night, another 10-box case of Classics football. Sunday, note that we're going to start a little earlier than normal. We'll start at 9:30. We'll do a case of the Onyx Preferred Players autograph baseballs, another half case of the TriStar autograph mini helmets, and another case of Classics football. We're not doing anything on Monday. You know why? Because I couldn't sit there long enough last night to list anything. Yeah, those of you who broke with me last night, you know I kind of fell and cracked up my ribs a little. Yeah, so I couldn't sit long enough to do the break and list last night. So we're not breaking anything Monday, but Tuesday we'll be breaking again with a half case of Tier 1, because that's all that I will have left at that point is a half case, and then another case of Essentials basketball. So that's what the days ahead look like. For tonight, once again, the order we're breaking in will be the jersey, the half case of mini helmets, and then the full case of Classics football. And the free shipping breaks, which are the jersey and the mini helmets, look for those to go out about Wednesday. Generally speaking, when you bid with me and it's a free shipping break, it's going to go out 6 or 7 days after the auction ends. Our paid shipping break tonight, that's Classics football, look for that to go out on Monday. If I can get it out sooner, I will, but I'm kind of not sure that I can because I am admittedly still moving pretty slow from my little beat up, banged up ribs. I'm not quite moving at full speed, so it probably will be Monday. But as always, if I can get it to you faster, I will. If you are in one of the first 2 breaks, that is the jersey and the mini helmet, and your team is not pulled, you are still entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year in any series. I track that stuff for a rolling 90-day period. I will normally ship those consolation cards with your next package that goes out when you do pull an item or a card. But if you want them shipped separately, you don't want to wait until your next package goes out, we can work that out. You just shoot me a message on eBay and we will work out the details. And of course, you don't have to worry about getting skunked in Classics. There's a zillion cards in there and every team will pull something. So first up, 2018 TriStar Game Day Greats autographed jersey break number 10. Our end date, of course, is the 31st, the last day of May. And we're breaking it tonight as well, Thursday the 31st. Team names are on the left, winning bidders across from it there on the right-hand side. A new spreadsheet will go up before every break, so if you're not in this break, you'll still get a chance to see your name up there in lights when we get to your break. Last but not least, I did change the focus there. I know that made the background go out of focus, but we're still going to be able to see all of our cards and items, so do not adjust your screen. I did it on purpose. That's what I'm saying. Hi, Nicholas. How are you? I did indeed have an accident, like the stupidest thing ever. Got up in the nighttime to make a little bathroom visit and somehow or another managed to fall and crack my ribs on my side of the bathtub. But you know what? The x-ray came back today, and in fact, they are not fractured. They're just bruised. So that's good news. So I should be sore for only maybe 2 or 3 weeks as opposed to 5 or 6. So hey, we like that. All right, guys. So we have Gary Beban. You know I don't say it right. Beban. Anyway, oh, that's interesting. So he was drafted by the Rams, traded to the Redskins, and what jersey is this? There's a JSA authentication, there's a JSA sticker, there's his autograph, and we're going to have to bust this bad boy out and see if this has any kind of a logo on it, or if we're going to have to go look at seasons played or what our sitch is here. Yeah, of course it's a custom, so there's no logo, no team name, just a number on it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go look that up because that's probably his college jersey. And in which case, if it is his college jersey, here's what that means. It means it will go to the team that he played for the longest as a professional. And hold tight for a minute. I am looking this up. I cannot see chat while I'm looking this up because I'm using the iPad to look it up. But I'll be back in chat there in a hot second. And let's see. Did the guy... Come on, man. Where are you, brother? All right. I'm waiting for it to load. I think he only played a couple of seasons, I think. Yeah, both with the Redskins. Okay, cool. So it is, in fact, a collegiate jersey going to the Redskins. Wow, can I speak? Apparently I cannot. Going to the Redskins, which is the only team he ever played for. So there's your little info card from TriStar, your JSA card, JSA sticker. Once again, a custom jersey. Looks like his UCLA collegiate colors, and then the signature on there. So the Washington Redskins taking home the jersey tonight. And Ryan, Ryan's talking about the consolation card. Yeah, guys, here's the deal with that. For a long time, all I ever said in the description was that if your team wasn't pulled, you got a consolation, used trading card, etc., etc. The same wording that's in there now. But for whatever reason, when I had it explained that way, which is the most forthright way to explain it, frankly, I would have people write me and say, so all I get is one random trading card. I don't get the cards that I pull. And I'm like, no, it says, if you don't pull anything, this is what you get. But I would get an overwhelming number of people that would write and ask me the same thing. So, of course, I noticed that all these other breakers were, which I kind of thought was silly. But anyway, they would always say something like, oh, you get a signed index card. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to put that wording in there and then say that I can switch it out at my discretion to the random card, which is what I always do. And lo and behold, all the questions went away. Somehow people could understand it if I put that in there. So strange. But anyway, that's why it reads the way that it reads. And once again, if you did not see this a moment ago, free shipping break, of course, was the last item we just did, and also the autographed mini helmets coming up. Anticipated shipping date of Wednesday. Occasionally those might get out a little earlier or maybe even a day later, but Wednesday's the best bet. And once again, consolation card. If your team is not pulled, you are, entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year, any series. Most often those are held. They're shipped with your next package when you do have a hit. I track that for a rolling 90-day period. But if you don't want to wait, you send me a message and we will get it out to you by itself, just in, like a plain white envelope kind of scenario. So this is 5 boxes of 2018 TriStar Hidden Treasures autographed mini football helmets. It's a half case break. It's break number 2. It also ended tonight, Thursday night, the 31st of May. And of course we have team names on the left, winning bidders across from it there. Same format that we saw just a minute ago. And this happens to be the back half of a case that we started last night. So we don't have to get them all out and number them and all that stuff this time because we've already opened the front half of the case. Oh, Toby, who are you asking me about? The jersey? Oh, it's his last name is, I'm not going to say it right, Beban. Beban was his last name. Played for the Redskins in the 60s. So, yeah. So, our first mini helmet out is Jimmy Johnson for the 49ers. So, of course, he was big in, the 60s and 70s and like that. But there's his signature there on the top and an authentication sticker on the back and the little info card that goes with it. And you know what I'm going to do while I'm at it? Maybe what I'm going to do. On the top of all these boxes, I'm going to write number 2 so that, because this is the break number 2 out of this case. Nicholas says since he's not in this half case break for the mini helmets, he knows the Steelers are going to get pulled. I hope we don't do that to you tonight, man. Well, I can't say that, though, because whoever has the Steelers, we don't want them to go home empty-handed either. So, Matt, the jersey went to the Redskins. It was a collegiate jersey, but the player had only played for the Redskins in the NFL, so, of course, went to the Redskins. Roger, whose last name I'm not even going to attempt, for the Arizona Cardinals is our second mini helmet out. And there's his little happy signature there on the front. And once again, we have an authentication sticker somewhere on here, don't we? Or do we? No, that's a warning sticker. Maybe we don't have a... I guess we don't have a specific sticker on this one for authentication that I see, anyway. But anyway, that's your man right there for the Arizona Cardinals. And here comes number 3 of 5. I'm going to try to remember. Of course I can do this afterwards, I guess, but it's just easy to do it right now. Put the number 2 on there so we make sure to keep it all nice and straight. Sort it out, if you will. The Rams are coming out next with Mr. Jack Youngblood. That's a Hall of Famer for the Rams. There, does he have? He's got an authentication sticker on the back above the warning label. So I don't know why the one for the Cardinals didn't have that sticker. That's kind of weird, but occasionally they do that to us. They don't have stuff that we're expecting to see. Nicholas, usually TriStar does not publish a checklist for the mini helmets. They'll show you like examples, like there's some that are in there. They put some on the front of the box that you can find. There's some on the top and, that kind of thing. But that's usually all they give you with TriStar. And that's really the same with the jerseys. That's really Leaf and TriStar both. They just don't give you full checklists. Here's one other thing. It says right there, football favorites, Hall of Famers, and current stars. So, from past and present, it says. But yeah, I've never seen them really publish a specific checklist one way or the other. This is a collegiate helmet coming out, but it may have Pro Team on it, written on it. Vince Young, which, you know what, I thought I knew who Vince Young was, but maybe I don't. But I thought I knew what team he was, but it doesn't mention them on there. I thought Vince Young was like a 49er, but of course there's our authentication sticker and whatnot. That's a collegiate helmet. So let me come in here and look that up and find that out. All right, so hang tight for a hot second while I look up Vince Young. And I'm probably way wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of another player or something, but for some reason I thought it was 49ers. So, oh my goodness, sorry. Moved a little too quickly there. Sorry. All right, this says 2000. Okay, so 2006 rookie. So he was drafted by. All right, we're gonna have to go look and see number of seasons. Unfortunately, hang on. And I was thinking of a different player. All right, so he was one, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5 seasons Titans, 1 Eagles. So yeah, he's going to be a Tennessee Titan here for Vince Young. And we've got 1 left to go. Oh, yeah, Wooglen, you said we just need a Seahawk to complete the NFC West. You know, we pulled the Seahawk last night, so that's probably what ruined your theory. The Seahawk was in the first half of the case that we opened up last night, because we did definitely have 1 in there. Oh, Nicholas, you were on it, man. You were typing in there about Vince Young, and of course, I couldn't see the chat when I was over there looking up, so I missed it. But thank you, as always, for keeping it flowing there for me. Ron Yari for the Vikings is our 5th out. How'd I get 3rd? Apparently, the ribs are not the only thing I cracked, right? All right, I don't see an authentication sticker on this one either, but of course, we know it's legit because it's from TriStar. So the Vikings with the Ron Yari. Let me get these. I'm going to put these back in their boxes as we go, so hang tight here while I get that accomplished. The Vince Young, once again, that's on a collegiate helmet, but he played all but 1 of his seasons were with the Titans. So that's going to go, of course, to the Tennessee Titans. And then we have the nice little Jimmy Johnson here for the 49ers. And next up, Roger somebody whose name I cannot pronounce for the Cardinals. Every time I see that, it always makes me think of the Louisville Cardinals instead. Well, Jose, we never do the last team that they played for. We always do the number of seasons where they played the longest. I think actually that's the way probably most breakers do it. But also, Jose, that is all lined out very specifically in the listing description. So if you simply scroll down to the bottom of the listing, which it tells you at the top, you know, to make sure you scroll down and read all that stuff, in that special circumstances area, it talks about exactly how things are handled when you pull out something that is a collegiate jersey, a collegiate helmet, or a collegiate card. And it does indicate in there, of course, that we do it for the longest number of seasons. Because, I mean, think about, like, for instance, Brett Favre, right? And he played maybe a season for the Vikings and a season, you know, somewhere else, and mostly for the Packers. So wouldn't you, you know, if you had the Packers, wouldn't you expect for it to be a Brett Favre thing? If it was, you know, Brett Favre collegiate and you had the Packers, I think you would expect to get it, maybe not the Vikings. It's kind of that thing. It's usually the team they played for the longest is typically how people associate a player. So that's kind of how we roll. All right, mini helmets are cleared off the deck here. And it looks like I managed to also bash into the camera, which I think I have done 3 times this week, including last night, sending it sailing all the way into the floor. So that was loads of fun for everybody, gave everybody motion sickness. All right, so coming up next, our paid shipping break, which is Classics Football. It is a 10-box inner case break. And break number 5, once again, anticipated shipping date of Monday. Don't really think it'll get out sooner, mostly because I'm still moving a little slower than I would like. But if I get lucky and a little less sore as the week goes on, I will try to get it to you sooner. But don't plan on it. We'll put it like that. And again, 10-box case of 2018 Classics Football, break number 5, ended tonight, the 31st of May, the last day of May. And of course, same format. You guys are familiar by now, where we have team names on one side and the eBay user ID of our winning bidders across from it there on the next side. Oh, yeah, I understand, Jose. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I'm just kind of trying to explain the rationale behind it. I think most breakers kind of do it the same way, where it is the team they played for the longest. And I was just kind of trying to give you the rationale of why I think most of us do it that way. Is just because of how you associate a player. So the last team they played for is rarely the one they've played for the longest unless they played just for a single team. I mean, sometimes it is, but often, you know, it's kind of at the end of people's careers and stuff. It seems like they often change teams. You know, you think Adrian Peterson and stuff like that, who for years and years was a Viking and then went off to the Saints for what, 5 games or something, and then to the Arizona Cardinals. But you know, most of us are always going to think of Adrian Peterson as a Viking for the most part. So just that kind of thing. All right, guys. So classics. We are looking for 1 autograph and 1 memorabilia card per box. And of course, somewhere in here we will also have a case hit, which is a buyback autograph. Those are usually pretty nice. We've hit some good stuff with that. I actually had one case where we had 2 buyback autographs, and that was cool. We're also going to find a lot of inserts in here. So we'll find a bunch that are numbered to 299. And anytime we come across those numbered to 299, you know that it's going to have a red back. If we come across any paper, that's a paper one. If we come across a paper one numbered 250, it will have a blank back. We will come across some chrome cards, which Panini, I think, is calling them Optichrome in this set, and you know how they are. Sometimes they call them optic, sometimes they call them Optichrome. We just kind of generally know them as chrome. So the chrome ones that are not refractors will not be numbered. The chrome that do refract will be numbered to 175 and will have a red back. There are some 1-of-1s in here. I think we've pulled a couple of them along the way so far. There are also timeless tributes that we'll find. The yellow timeless tributes are to 99. The blue timeless tributes are to 10. Orange timeless tributes are to 25. Then there's a variation where there is a blank name on the front, a no-name front. Those might be numbered to 10, but we'll have to, if we find one, we'll have to double check that. And then there's a variation where it has their full name on the card, first, middle, and last, and those are typically numbered to 5. Yeah, Nicholas, I mean, again, Panini kind of jumps around the map, right? So in this set, they call them Optichrome. It's the exact same card that they call, that they'll sometimes call optic technology. And sometimes they call it Optichrome, and you never really kind of know what they're going to call it. But basically, they can't just call it straight out Chrome because Topps has a line called Topps Chrome. But that's just kind of what I'm letting everybody know is I'm going to call them Chrome. I think most of us kind of think of them as Chrome, but Panini will jump around and call them all kinds of weird things. So. And sometimes, again, they'll just call them the premium cards. I mean, they use the same, they use multiple things to mean the same thing sometimes over at Panini. So that's an example of one numbered to 299 with the red back that I was talking about there a minute ago. And then we've got Classic Clashes. Okay. So we're going to find a bunch of these. Each one of them is going to have 2 different teams on it. So I'm going to set them aside in their own little pile over there. And at the end of the break, we'll decide whether the team on the right or the team on the left side of the card gets it. And it really won't be us deciding. It will be random.org deciding, but nonetheless. So here is one that is an example of a full name, and it is in fact numbered to 5. And that is Marshall Faulk for the Rams. Another thing to note here, there's a lot of numbered stuff in here, and I'm going to try to catch it all as we go through. But occasionally, one might slide right past me. If it does, feel free to call it out in chat. I would ask that you try to remember the team or the player name if you see it, just because it'll help me find it in the stack. Because chat does have a little bit of a delay versus the time you type it in to the time that I see it. John Riggins, that's a timeless tribute to 99. Once again, any that we find that are that kind of yellow or gold color timeless tributes will be to 99. And of course, the other thing to know is all these cards ship. So even if I accidentally slide by one and I don't see it and you don't see it tonight and it's numbered and it's in there, I'm still going to find it when I sort. And of course, you're still going to get it when your package goes out the door. And so rookies. Rookies in here. Oh, this is something I don't remember seeing before. Is this going to be, what is this? Oh, it's our buyback. I was like, oh, that took me a minute. Yeah, all right. I'm a little slow tonight. I'm admitting it straight up. That is numbered to 29, and it is for the 49ers, and it is Merton Hanks from what looks like 1998 Pacific was the original card issue. It's a little bit of wear, you know, edges and corners, which is to be expected for a card from 1998. But that is our first hit of the night, and it is our buyback hit. But so back to the rookies. So rookies, guys, here's how they work. If they were drafted at some point in the 7-round official draft, the 3-day 7-round draft, of course they're going to go to the team that drafted them. If they were undrafted and they subsequently signed a deal with the team, and they're still with that team, that's the key. Whatever team they are with today, that's where that card's going to go. Because sometimes our undrafted, many times we have a lot of undrafted free agents that sign deals and at least are still on the roster at this point in time. Minkah Fitzpatrick to 299 red back. Of course, Minkah was drafted by the Dolphins. So the only one that I have come across that isn't currently affiliated with any team that I can remember coming across anyway is Riley Ferguson. And I do know that Riley Ferguson went to Tampa Bay. However, he's not down there currently. They cut him. He never actually signed. I know it was reported that he signed, or one of the headlines said he signed, but he really didn't. And he was cut. He was only there less than a week. Terrell Suggs for the Ravens is our relic. And that was actually pretty widely reported when it happened. It was around the 13th of May, somewhere in there, 15th of May. The Panthers, Luke Kuechly. Nice little on-card auto there for the Panthers with the award winners insert. And then after Riley departed Tampa Bay, he is not with a team at this point in time. So he's the only one I can think of right off the top of my head. Anthony Miller, that's a blank back, numbered to 35. I think that is the first blank back chrome that we have found so far. So that's a nice little hit for the Bears. Yeah, so Riley Ferguson, if we come across him somewhere, then he technically still is truly a free agent, but I think pretty much everybody else on that we're going to pull out of here is with somebody. And you can always check that stuff out. I don't know if you ever use it or not, but NFL.com has a current player search, and they also have a historical player search feature on their website. And if you go to the current player search and you type in whoever, you know, whatever rookie we're talking about, it will come up and tell you what team they're with currently. And then if it doesn't give you anything, then you know they are not, or they don't show up in there, then you know they're not currently affiliated with any team. Oh, Nicholas, I see that you said you got a package today, too, from me. Well, good. That's probably all that stuff that went out, was that the stuff that went out on Saturday that didn't get there until today? Well, that's a drag. Or maybe it was the stuff that went on Tuesday. That would make more sense, probably. course, not having that mail on Monday for the holiday just got my week all messed up in my head. I've been all week long thinking it's a different day of the week than it actually is. Kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm hoping that maybe a little of this soreness will dissipate in the days ahead, and I'll be able to sit in longer stretches, because that's really kind of the problem, right? Because you can't really do much of sorting and shipping and all that without sitting. Well, I can't anyway, because I don't have one of those desks that's made for standing up, so I kind of have to sit and do it all, and then my dear old ribs start screaming at me, and I have to take a break for a little bit, and there you go. Then that's how we get off track, isn't it? Between the holiday and me being stupid and falling down. That is numbered to 50, and it is a blank back. Deontay Burnett. Oh, boy. Deontay Burnett. He was undrafted. I think he's the Titans. Of course, I double-check that stuff before it goes out. But I believe he signed Titans undrafted. Kirk Cousins to 299. That will be a red back. Rather than slowing us down by putting them in a sleeve as we go, I'll just do it at the end of the break. Might save us a hair, anyway, of time. Across all these boxes put together. Probably saves us, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, something like that. But it's a school night and a work night, so I guess we need to conserve time. There's David Johnson for the Cardinals to 299 with the red back. So don't know if any of you are tennis fans by now. Most of you probably know that I am. And, of course, Serena in the French Open today. Oh, man, that was a nice match. Well, she looked like she was about to have her rear handed to her. That first set, I was like, oh my goodness, this is not good. Sam Darnold, that is numbered to 175. That's a chrome refractor red back for the Jets. So yeah, I was a little worried about Serena after the first set, and then really even the start of the second set, she still kind of looked like we were going to be just going home. one of those kind of matches where you think, ooh, I might have to turn this off. I might not want to watch the end of this. To 299, Trey Quinn, red back. And then all of a sudden, just like she flipped a switch and became Serena again, and then she kicked that girl's rear. Kyle Lauletta to 99. And Kyle is backing up Eli Manning over there with the Giants. Kenyon Drake. And it's a 1 of 1. Hey, hey. We are doing really well with the 1 of 1s. I think this is the third 1 of 1 that we have pulled out of Classics. But this is the first 1 of 1 out of Classics that has an autograph attached to it. Our others did not have autos attached to them. But nice little Kenyon Drake hit for the Dolphins with the 1 of 1. So, very cool. In fact, let's, do I have it? Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll go ahead and just get, we'll go on and get Kenyon situated here. Well, if I can get the top loader open, we will. What the heck? There we go. Now Kenyon is situated all safe and sound there in his happy top loader. The top loader's happy just because it's holding a 1 of 1, right? Yeah, I know. I don't know why I said that. You never know. Sometimes just strange things go through my head. Leonard Fournette and the Jags. Our relic from this box. And why did I leave just like 2 of them laying there? That was silly. But anyway, we're off to a pretty good start here with a nice 1-of-1 autograph. Already pulled our buyback out and had some other fun stuff. So next week, what do we have coming next week? For baseball, we have Finest coming on Wednesday, and that'll be fun. And we get some new football next week too, but it doesn't come out on Wednesday, it comes out on Friday. And it is going to be called, or it is called Luminance. And it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. If you haven't checked it out yet, I'll put some of the marketing materials in the listing. Well, I always do. You guys might not know that, though. Anytime I list something on eBay, if you scroll all the way down, like to the way, way bottom of the listing, it will tell you in there what is in the product. And it's usually just a cut and paste from the manufacturer, but it'll give you some highlights of, you know, what kind of hits are in there, and sometimes how many packs per box, or how many cards per pack, how many boxes per case, that kind of jazz. Anyway, I will add that marketing info for Luminance as well. But it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. And we're going to have some, what they're calling, I think, next day signatures, which if you ever jump into basketball breaks, you're probably somewhat familiar with. Where Panini literally gets the basketball players to sign stuff. Like they take a quick picture, get them turned around like in a day, and then while the rookies are still there doing their thing, their photo shoot and whatever, they get those first group of cards signed, usually on card. So I'm assuming this is going to be a similar thing to that. And it also looks like it has some really nice relics in it. There's a Timeless Tributes numbered to 99. And they just announced today, I haven't even seen the pricing on this yet, but I did see the announcement from Panini about it, and it is a new basketball product called Opulence. Terry Bradshaw to $2.99 for the Steelers with a nice little red back. And it's basically kind of a marriage of gold standard basketball, which you know they did away with this season. First season they haven't had it in, gosh, 7 or 8 years. And they're also doing away with preferred basketball, apparently. And so this new deal is kind of a combination of the two of them. So the cards look kind of like gold standard, but then they have a lot of the content that you used to have in preferred. So my guess is it's going to be priced really high, but I'll probably order a little of it anyway. Barry Sanders to $2.99 red back for the Lions. That's called Opulence. And you know what? It does not come out until August. So they are still putting out 2017-18 products all the way into August now. And they haven't even announced what the release date is yet for 17-18 Flawless. So we're going to have the draft in June. We have a new rookie class that we will know who they are in a few weeks. And we won't see any cards of them until probably September, October, which I just think is so strange. Howie Long relic for the Raiders. Because think about football products. I mean, you have football products out with our draftees. That's to 99. Before the draft even happens, they just speculate who's going to be included. And then as soon as we know who's been drafted and how high they're drafted, I mean, the products are just rolling out practically hourly. And then you get to basketball and they're waiting 4 or 5 months or something equally silly. So I don't get the deal with that. But anyway, A little Doug Williams action coming out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is numbered to 25, so nice low number for the Bucs. Isn't that the jersey we pulled a couple nights ago? We pulled a Tampa Bay Buccaneers auto jersey. I think it was for Doug Williams. Dion Kane, redback refractor to 175, chrome parallel, of course. Of course, I think the way they do basketball products in general is not as good as they do football products most of the time. Not always, but often I think the football products have better design anyway than the basketball. But and I guess they have two different, well, each sport has its own product team, and they apparently do not chat with each other, which seems kind of a strange way to do it, but nonetheless, there you go. Numbered to 299, there's Stefon Diggs. That will be the redback version, of course. And looks like we have a combo relic. This one for the Lions, Golden Tate and Matt Stafford. And they always look exactly the same, so you kind of like, what? You know, it could just be the same jersey. Of course it's not, but when they look identical, it could be. That's all I'm saying. You would think they could give us a little love there. So it looks like we're going to get two relics out of this pack, because here comes Dan Marino. Canton Collection relic for the Dolphins, and I need a thick card sleeve for that one. Every once in a while we get lucky and they sneak an extra hit in for us, and that's definitely the case here, because we just pulled a couple of relics. Numbered to 299, Rayfield Wright with the red back for the Cowboys. Nicholas, I must be doing better tonight. This is 299, Golden Tate and the Lions, because you haven't found me. You haven't missed any yet, have I? Of the numbered stuff. Like, now that I say that, you watch, I'm going to miss like 5 in a row. But it seems like there's at least 2 or 3 a night that somehow just get by me. I don't catch them. But Nicholas is awesome and catches them for me pretty much every time I miss one. And we're able to go back and find it, which helps me tremendously, because I'd rather have them all, you know, find them all as we go through. But sometimes they're sneaky and they get by me. But I think I must not have missed any yet tonight. Either that or chat's down. I don't know which. Kevin Tolliver to 299, red back. Try to refresh the page here, because it seems like that there's nothing new in chat, which seems super weird. So you know what? I'm going to try to refresh my page here. So if you guys have been talking in chat, I haven't been able to see it. But that does seem strange, so I'm loading it up again to see if I can figure out what's going on with it. So you watch, I'll go back in there and it'll say, Nicholas will have told me like 700 cards that I missed right when I was thinking I didn't miss any. That's going to be what happens. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. There's a whole bunch of stuff loading now. Oh, my. All right. So, all right. So, yes, there's a whole bunch of chat in there that I didn't see. And somebody was asking about the buyback, and somebody answered that. Saltill was asking about the buyback. Nicholas took care of that. Thank you. And then 4 cases, 4 Howie Long jerseys. You were right about that. Hey, there's Sony Michel to 25. That's a nice little hit for the Patriots with Sony Michel coming out. And Nicholas says my chat was down. Yes, apparently it was. I thought it was awfully quiet in there. That is too funny. Yeah, the whole thing was just didn't look like that there was any anything in there. That was to 99 on Timeless Tributes. But now it is now I see you in there, so I don't know what happened with that, because the feed was still there, but the chat was not. So strange. And the chat auto scrolls. I don't have to scroll it down. It auto scrolls for me. So I don't know. I guess the iPad decided to take a nap or something. There's a Peyton Manning Chrome that went by. Oh, see, I did miss one, and Nicholas did see it, and I didn't. But now I don't know which one it was. He said I missed a numbered one in the second box by the Full Throttle insert. Oh, and Saltil, you've got the Dolphins. Well, that was a nice Kenyon Drake one of one you hit earlier. Darius Geis coming out for the Redskins. That is Chrome 265. Chrome Refractor Gold, to be specific. So did chat, I guess chat didn't obviously go down for you guys because you were adding stuff during that time frame. So it must have just been something weird on my side. So yeah, I think that caught up with everything. If I missed anybody else in chat and you said something to me earlier and it required a reply, do me a favor and type it in again, since my iPad apparently decided to take a nap. All right, I don't want to open any more wrappers. I want to look and see what we have. Then we'll open some more wrappers. I only have a certain amount of time that I can delay my gratification, and then I need to start looking at some cards. So, Composers, that one is numbered to 99, and it is Matt Stafford and the Lions. Why are they suddenly putting some of these in there upside down? Go figure. Timeless Tributes to 99. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. Another upside down card just to keep me on my toes. Minkah Fitzpatrick, of course, is a Dolphin. Saltil, you don't normally have the Dolphins, do you? Did I just... Do you, and I'm just remembering that incorrectly? Or I don't think you do normally have them. Just to mess with me. Well, all right then. This is for the this is the Bears Mike Singletary relic. And by the way, if you are watching live and you don't know how to jump into chat, all you have to do is log into YouTube, and you should see it there, unless you are on a mobile device. If you're on a phone or a tablet, then you've got to also click on the link that says you want to view the desktop version. Numbered to 10, Fred Warner and the Timeless Tribute. And I never, ever, ever remember Fred Warner. 49ers. 49ers is Fred Warner. So you do usually have the Dolphins. Why do I think you hit somebody else normally? I don't know. Ah, well. Maybe I did hit my head. what the guy kept asking me. That's what the doctor kept asking me. Are you sure you didn't hit your head? Are you sure you didn't hit your head? Maybe that should have told me something. Eric Dickerson to 175 chrome with the red back. But frankly, I would have rather hit my head. Because, you know, I doubt it would have done much damage to my hard head, but it did some damage to my soft ribs. So I would have rather busted my head, but, you know, what are you going to do? Oh, true that. That is a good point. If you're using the YouTube app, you can also chat through that. For sure you can. Honestly, I never realized. Well, I did realize, but I had forgotten, I guess, because once upon a time I had to set it up, but it had been a long time since I had set it up, and somebody one night was having trouble chatting, which I found out later. Obviously, I didn't find out that night because they couldn't chat. And I was mentioning it in another break, and someone reminded me, hey, if they're mobile, and they're going to have to also click on that view the desktop link. So ever since then, I've always tried to remember to say that. I need to remember to say that about the app, too. Oh, yeah, Saltill, No, I did not. I wasn't in a car wreck. I'm so stupid. I fell in my own house. I got up in the middle of the night, make a little bathroom run. You know, sometimes those happen in the middle of the night. And somehow or another, and I really do not still exactly know because I was 2/3 asleep, somehow or another I managed to fall, you know, a little Three Stooges kind of action there. I managed to fall and land rib first on the edge of my bathtub, and boy, I thought I had broken my ribs. It hurt so badly. Anthony Miller for the Bears. That is numbered to 199. So yeah, so I laid in the floor for about 20 minutes rolling around moaning, and finally got myself situated, and then woke up a couple of hours later and could not get myself out of the bed because it hurt so badly. That's numbered to 299 with the red back. And anyway, I, of course, eventually went to the doctor later that day because I really did think I had probably cracked them. And he, of course, sent me off for x-rays and whatnot, and they're not. They're just bruised real badly, but they're not cracked or anything. So I'm just a big baby, apparently. That is numbered to 50, and it is a blank back Ryan Tannehill for the Dolphins. You're too funny. Saltill said, did any of the cats look sheepish in the morning? As in, did a cat trip me in the night? No, none of them looked guilty. So I don't think it was that. I think I just ran right into my own feet. I think I just managed to tangle myself up in my own feet. I know, so stupid. But you know what, guys? That is just, I had thought I had grown out of that a little bit, but especially when I was younger, I was just super klutzy. And I'm the kind of person that I would never fall down the stairs, but I would fall up the stairs. Like, who do you know that falls up the stairs? Right? But that was me. That was me growing up. So clumsy. And I thought I had mostly grown out of it, but apparently I have not. Raylan, you said pretty. What is pretty? Was one of those cards yours? Did you have, who do we have out last? The Bears and Anthony Miller, is that yours? Numbered to 299, Isaiah Crowell for the Browns. That was the red back, of course. Another Anthony Miller chrome. But yeah, I'll tell you what, that little monkey, the Devil Kitty, as we often refer to him here in the breaks. Devil Kitty took full advantage of the fact that I could not keep a good eye on him. And I went into the downstairs bathroom earlier today after, you know, because I don't travel the stairs too much right now. Not anymore than I have to anyway. And he had taken the toilet paper roll in the downstairs bathroom and pulled all the toilet paper off and then shredded it into millions of little pieces all over the floor. So that's one of the many, many delightful things that he decided to do today. Because he knew that I wasn't keeping as close of an eye on him. So they know when they can get away with stuff. I wonder if I can. So Raylan, you never did answer me about what you were saying pretty about. Is my stupid chat frozen up again? Or did you really just not answer me? Could be. Could be either one, I suppose. Let's see if I can refresh the page again. I don't know why it's acting up tonight. What's the deal here with it? I'm trying to reload it again, so... Oh boy, now it did something super strange. Ooh, I must have hit the wrong button. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, it's trying to take me to... I don't know what's trying to take me to. Some other place. So I will try to refresh it again. Troy Fumagalli is a Bronco. Denver Broncos. Numbered to 49. And I'm trying to get back in here again. Tell you the truth, I probably just need to get a new iPad. That is numbered to 299. Josh Adams, red back. Josh Adams might be an Eagle. I'm not 1,000% sure about that, but I think it's a possibility. Jonathan Ogden to 299. Oh, yeah. Raylan says that the pretty was just envisioning the fall. Well, that's kind of mean. But accurate, probably. Yeah, I'm sure it was quite graceful. But as I said, I've always been known for being a bit clumsy. Earl Campbell, that says Oilers. You guys know the drill on this, many or most or all of you. But in case you don't, here's the sitch. Cards always stay with their franchise, and that, along with many other fascinating things, are down at the bottom of the listing description in that little special circumstances area. And of course, the former Houston Oilers are the current Tennessee Titans. They moved from Houston to Tennessee, first known as the Tennessee Oilers, and then relocated within the state of Tennessee and then called themselves the Tennessee Titans. This is a chrome, no name card, no name on the front. Numbered to, does that say 5? Yeah, number 5 of 5. And look who it is. It's also a Dolphin. So the Dolphins already have a 1 of 1. Now they have a nice little 5 of 5 Jason Taylor chrome as well. So, Saltil, you are doing pretty well tonight with your Dolphins. This is numbered to 10, and it is Big Ben Roethlisberger for my Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, so we have 4 left to go. We've opened 6. We have 4 left. And I just realized I stacked something I wanted to recap in the wrong stack. So bear with me for a hot sec while I, there it is, get it in our recap pile so that later, after we go through these 4 boxes, we will be able to go back and look at all of our numbered stuff. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did have the Dan Marino jersey card in there, too. So you are kind of hitting quite a bit tonight. So I know Nicholas has the Steelers. And Salt Hill has the Dolphins. Raylan, who do you have tonight? You have, now see, watch, I'm going to be wrong again. You usually have the Ravens, right? I think. Do you have the Ravens tonight? Or do you have somebody else trying to throw me off? Did anybody hear anything else today about the Twitter scandal and the GM of the 76ers? Did any other news break today about Colangelo? You know they're going to catch him. I can't wait because he's trying to be all sly and deny it. Except for the one account. He didn't deny the one that never sent a tweet, but all the ones that sent nasty tweets he denied. To $2.99, Paul Horning read back for the Packers. Oh, you have Eagles, Titans, and Raiders. Well, that's unusual, isn't it? Don't you usually have the Ravens? Maybe not. Oh, boy. I probably have it confused. Apparently, I'm not doing a good job tonight of remembering who normally has what team. Chris Dolman to $2.99 read back. Except for Nicholas. I know Nicholas pretty much always has the Steelers. Which, Nicholas, how happy were you with our throwback jersey for this upcoming year? To $2.99, Ryan Tannehill, read back Dolphins. Like, I love that we went back to the design from the 70s. It's so sweet. All right, this is numbered to 99. This is Lowell. Oh, but yeah, okay. Something Lele. Yeah, you know I'm not going to get it right. Broncos, I believe, for that guy. Timeless Tributes to 99, Kareem Hunt. Yeah, Nicholas, you are right about that. He definitely needs to stay off of Twitter, or at least, I mean, use some common sense. My goodness. Don't go after your own players when you're if you're gonna make fake Twitter accounts, you know, use it to do something positive for your team. Don't make a bunch of fake Twitter accounts so you can smack talk your players. That's horrible. I mean, that guy's gonna lose his job, I bet. Because I don't see any way they don't trace that back to him. Nicholas, have you found your Mason Rudolph yet in any breaks? If you come across him. There is a nice little Cam Newton that is numbered 265. Chrome refractor gold parallel. I guess technically that could be yellow. I'm choosing to call it gold. I guess it could be either one, really. Well, right, of course, the Roseanne thing, you know, broke, well, the same day, I guess, right? The same day that the 76ers did. That's to $2.99. Jester was originally undrafted. He did sign with another team. I can't think who in the meantime, but he did sign with somebody. Numbered to 99, a high praise insert for Tony Gonzalez and the Chiefs. Yeah, and I tell you what, companies do not mess around anymore. Like, they don't wait and kind of see how things play out. And if you say you're sorry or if your account was hacked or anything else, it's just like, bing, bam, boom, you are out of a job. So Twitter is a dangerous place to be for people these days if they are not careful. Really, any type of social media certainly can impact your work circumstance if you don't kind of pay attention to what you're doing. Mike Singletary again for the Bears. Yeah, I knew you had the one in score on Mason Rudolph. I'm sorry, I should have said in classics. I knew you were looking for one in classics. That's the one that I meant. And I see you said that you have not had it yet, so we're gonna have to find it for you. Yeah, it is. I hear what you're saying. I mean, definitely there's some people I think probably have more leeway to bash, as you say, than others do. But just in general, it's just not a good thing. But the GM of the 76ers just takes the cake, I mean, because it wasn't like, I mean, he went after, of course, some are former players now, but Nerlens Noel and Jahlil Okafor, but he really was, going after Embiid and Markelle Fultz and all these guys that play for your team. That's such a stupid, stupid thing to do. Especially when you could potentially lose your job and it pays so much money. And it's probably a lot of fun having that job. Tyrod Taylor to $2.99 for the Bills. That will be a red back. I wouldn't risk losing a job like that for saying stupid stuff on Twitter. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you tell your friends or your wife or your husband or whatever. You don't run around and publicly post it places. Numbered to 99, Drew Brees, timeless tributes for the Saints. A Michael Irvin relic for the Cowboys. Oh, a nice one. Yay! Finally, we got one that's not super ultra boring. That is numbered to 25, and that is a sweet little patch. Yeah. I like that one. Because that's, you guys know me, that's always my complaint with the patches when they don't give us a second color or something interesting. Of course, they can't give you something interesting every time. Numbered to 50, that's a blank back, Leonard Fournette and the Jags. But I do like that one. Numbered to 299, Fran Tarkenton and the Vikings, red back. Ooh, it looks like we're about to have a nice little Joe Theismann signature for the Redskins. We pulled another one of these out of one of the early cases. That's a nice little on-card award winners card set, Joe Theismann for the Redskins. So I guess those are unnumbered, so there's really not any way to know how many of those are in there, but it's definitely the second one we pulled anyway. Yeah, Saltill, that patch was really cool. Really, really cool. Oh, you bought the James Harrison. Oh, you bought the James Harrison autograph on the award winners. Oh, you got it for 26 bucks. That's a good price, man. Excellent. Yeah, I like James Harrison. I wish, of course, he hadn't left and gone to the Patriots and all that when that happened, but I did always like James Harrison. I didn't mind when he was with the Bengals because, well, I mean, we had cut him loose, and I guess I really should have minded that. That was in our division, but somehow that didn't bother me. But the one with the Patriots did bother me. Numbered to 299, J.T. Barrett, red back. But a friend of mine did an independent film that she had a little part in, and James Harrison was in it too. So she met James Harrison, and they were kind of like buds there for a while. I said, you know, come on, why can't you just get me, why can't you get me an autographed jersey or something? Number to 175, Alvin Kamara and the Saints. That is the chrome refractor. But of course she did not. She did not do that. But I wish that she had, because I would like to have had that. Oh, you got it on Facebook. Oh, I didn't even know. Well, I guess I did kind of know people did that on Facebook, but I just don't really ever go on there anymore. I used to, but I haven't in a long time. AB, Antonio Brown for the Steelers, $2.99 red back. But yeah, that was a good price, man. Congrats on that find. Oh, it was another, yeah, there are a lot of people that break on Facebook. I just never have. It's one of those, I mean, I guess I could, but you would have, it's one of those things where you have to kind of gauge when something's going to fill up, I guess. So I prefer to know, have a set scheduled day and time and do it that way. Know when it's going to break. Although I could save those hefty eBay fees. I looked at my fees this month, what I owe them, and I just about fell over. It is so high. It's more than I have ever owed them in a single month. Like, I pay them enough in fees every year that I am probably paying the salaries of a couple of employees, 2 or maybe 3. My fees are quite high. Odell Beckham to 299 red back. Oh, you got a Timeless Tributes Hines Ward to 25 for 10. Well, that's not bad either. I love Hines Ward. Hines Ward and Troy Polamalu are a couple of guys that I really miss. Joe Mixon to 25. Timeless Tributes orange for the Bengals. But I tell you what though, I'm about ready. I think I'm going to sell some of my Le'Veon Bell rookies. Because I'm telling you now, Le'Veon Bell is not going to be with the Steelers after this upcoming year. And honestly, when all this started last year before he got franchise tag, that was $2.99 red back, I thought, you know, this kind of is not cool. I'm not loving this, but all right, we'll get a deal worked out the next year. Then here we are this year. We still have no deal worked out. Franchise tag for the second year in a row. So, of course, he's not going to show up for anything again until we get to game 1 or maybe even beyond game 1. And I'm just kind of over it. So now I don't really care if he leaves. Originally, I thought, oh, it'd be awful if he leaves because I loved Le'Veon Bell. But now I'm like, okay. You're going to be leaving anyway, so I may as well get some of your rookie cards graded and sell them. So I'll probably do that sometime in the next few months. Oh, no, they don't give me any volume discount on those fees. Oh, no, buddy. They just keep on charging you massive amounts of money. There's a blank back to 50. Ken Anderson and the Bengals. The only way you could get a break on fees is stuff that isn't feasible for me to do. By that I mean you have to offer returns. That's Billy Price to $2.99 red back for the Bengals. Which with a product like this, we all know what would happen if I offered returns, me or any other breaker. So you have to offer returns. You have to upload tracking for virtually every product, which is fine when you're doing stuff like this. But when you're breaking memorabilia, you know, you've got one item coming out and 32 teams. So what are you supposed to pay for the shipping of 31 teams out of your pocket, then you go in the hole every time. And then what is the other thing you have to do? I got to think about that. Jarvis Landry to 175 red back. So it's the tracking, the offering returns, and there's a third thing. I think it has to do with the amount of time you have to ship within X number of whatever. I don't know. It's a bunch of hoops you have to jump through to earn the discount these days, and I'm not willing to jump through all the hoops, I guess. Billy Price, again, that is numbered to 99. That is a nice little signature hit for the Bengals. Yeah, I don't know if, you know what, if people probably are asking for friends and family PayPal on Facebook. But I will tell you this, if the person selling those breaks, if PayPal ever decides to take a good look at their account and sees that they have all this massive amount of friends and family income coming through, and a bunch of different people and all that, they will shut down their account. So if people are doing volume payments and asking for it to be friends and family, they are subject to having their account completely shut down. There's Jerome Bettis, the bus, a little relic for the Steelers. That's not to say that people aren't doing it. I'm sure they are, but it's not anything I would ever do. And by the way, if you pay that way as a buyer, you have zero protection. So if somebody decided to never ship your stuff or keep it or whatever, you don't really have much recourse if you have paid them with friends and family. So yeah, I don't know. Nicholas is saying there that someone vets a lot of the people who break on eBay. I'm sure they do, but I personally would never take the chance with my account to have PayPal potentially shut it down. But of course, they're not wanting to pay taxes or any of that. And if you make more than XYZ amount of money on PayPal, they report it to the government, and you have to report it. So I'm sure that's why a lot of people don't want to have that. Troy Aikman relic for the Cowboys. That and the fact that I'm sure they don't want to pay the 3% that PayPal is charging them. Well, actually, it's 3% and 30 cents per transaction. So, yeah. So every time somebody pays anything, PayPal takes 30 cents and then takes 3% and 30 cents. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a Mason Rudolph Chrome for you. It's just a base Chrome, but still. Yeah, the Beckett website definitely has trading and buying and selling and stuff on there too. That's to $2.99 red back for the Patriots. I mean, there's lots of places you can go to buy individual cards. Some obviously safer than others, but to $2.99 Tariq Cohen and the Bears. Who are you saying? Oh, Saltil is saying that Jerome Bettis has a nice autograph. I forgot there's Kirk Cousins base Chrome. There's Jester again. You know, I looked at the signers for the National, and it looks like there's a ton of Steelers that are going to be signing there. Minka Fitzpatrick for the Dolphins. That is numbered to 65. It's chrome, timeless tribute, gold parallel. So that more than likely, that means that in the next wave of TriStar products, obviously not the one that just came out, but the wave that comes out after the National, which the National's in July, I think, or maybe it's in August, to $2.99. There's Josh Allen red back for the Bills. Anyway, the next wave of TriStar that comes out after the National will most likely have a lot of Steelers signatures in it because there's a ton of them signing there. And TriStar, of course, basically runs the autograph section of the National. So I've always kind of taken a look at their signing list, and you get an indication, somewhat of an indication, of what you will find in their next set of whatever it is, jerseys or mini helmets or whatever. Obviously, that's not nearly all the people that you'll find in there, but it gives you a little sneak peek, I find. Numbered to 25, Andy Dalton, orange timeless tributes. But for me, it's in Cleveland, which is really kind of not a great place for me because I got to drive either, 5+ hours, 5-6 hours to get there, or fly. And it seems like it's almost too close to fly, but too far to drive. Do you know what I mean? This is, I think, I was trying to glance over there. I think he's a Bear. It's numbered to 99, but I could not stretch all the way over there to see because, yeah, kind of busted up my ribs. That Lamar Jackson was a Raven, of course. It was just a base rookie, but I think it's a short print rookie in here, I believe. Michael Gallup, I think, is a Cowboy. No, Nicholas, I guess we're not going to have any Steelers autographs for you tonight. And normally we do, don't we? We usually do pretty well in finding those for you. Eric Dickerson to 99, Rams. Kalen Ballage is a Dolphin on a base rookie, which again I think might be a short print. Okay, so before we recap, we've got these to deal with. So I will go to random. I will bring you along with me. I'm going to type in left side of the card, right side of the card. Then depending on how that comes up, will kind of tell us how that stack's going to be distributed. And I will hit random 3 different times, guys. The first 2 times don't count. It's only the 3rd time that will indicate where the card's going to go. All right, here goes number 1, which you can ignore. Here goes our second one. You can ignore that one. 3rd and final. There it is, 3 times our date and time stamp, and it comes up the left-hand side of the card. So we'll take a quick little buzz through these so you can see where they're all going to go. It's like that. Nicholas, you out of here, man? All right. Well, we'll see you again later this week, probably. So thank you, as always, for stopping by and hanging out with me. All right, so Cowboys, Vikings, Jets, Bears, Bengals, Vikings, Lions, Steeler, Seahawk, Lion, Jet, Charger, Steeler, Raider, Steeler, Seahawk, Steeler, Charger, Steeler. So that's how Classic Clashes are awarded. Next up, we have a gigantic stack of numbered cards. So once again, you're going to see timeless tributes in here with this kind of gold color. Those are all numbered to 99. Anything that just has 299 on it, you know it's a red back. So 99, that's to 299 to 50 are the blank backs. So that's what we're looking at. Timeless Tributes with the blue are to 10. That is to 99. Got a lot of numbered ones tonight. I mean, there's always a lot of numbered ones in Classics, but it seems like we have more than normal tonight for some reason. That, of course, is numbered to 5 because that's one of the full name varieties. And those are numbered to just 5. And we see, it seems like we find one of those just about every case. Maybe not every single case, but many. Timeless Tributes with the orange is to 25. That is to 175. So again, our chrome refractors have red backs numbered to 175, unless they happen to be the gold version like this, which is numbered 265. Big Ben, numbered to 10. That'll be to 65. Oh, and that's our no name, so it is also numbered to 5. Relics. Troy Aikman, Cowboys. Jerome Bettis, Steelers, to 25. Nice little Michael Irvin patch for the Cowboys. For the Bears, Mike Singleton. For the Titans, Earl Campbell. For the Bears, Mike Singleton. Dolphins, Dan Marino. Lions, a combo relic, Matt Stafford and Golden Tate. Howie Long for the Raiders, who shows up pretty much every case. For the Jags, Fournette. And for the Ravens, Terrell Suggs. And finally, it's time for our little autograph recap here. So Javon Wims, I'm going to look here now, is in fact a Bear. So I thought he was, but I wasn't 100% sure. Numbered to 99. Billy Price to 99. Billy is a Bengal. And then we have Joe Theismann, nice award winners on-card autograph for the Redskins. And Lowell here, Lowell is a Bronco, numbered to 49, I believe that said. Troy, numbered to 49. Troy is also a Bronco. Anthony Miller, that is numbered to 199. Anthony is a Bear. Sony Michel to 25 is a Patriot. Doug Williams to 25, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Another nice on-card autograph, this one for the Panthers with Luke Kuechly. Our buyback autograph, that is numbered to 29. It's for the 49ers. Merton Hanks, again, you know, little edge and corner stuff on this, not perfect. But the card is from 1998, so no wonder. And it's an originally was a Pacific Cards card. A Pacific Cards card. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And a nice little Kenyon Drake 1/1 signature for the Dolphins. So that has got us locked and loaded on Classics tonight, which is the last one of our breaks for this evening as well. So I guess that is it for me. As always, thanks to everyone who participated. I appreciate you very much. I will once again very quickly throw up the spreadsheet information just in case someone missed it earlier. Here is your anticipated shipping information. And if you were in one of the first 2 breaks, also the information about consolation cards. Of course, you don't have to worry about consolations in the Classics break because every team pulled lots of cards in there. And then finally, there's another quick glance through the stuff we have coming up in the nights ahead. So more Tier 1 and Essentials, lots more Classics, all kinds of fun stuff coming up in the next 4 or 5 days here. Hopefully, I will see you again on some of those breaks. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye now.